I never met a bartender that didn't like the old white lightning. Oh, I f***ed a lot of bartenders.
You know what? I'm just gonna go.
Why aren't you talking? Did I piss you off? I bought an HDMI cable. $70. It's directional. I was worried. So this is directional. So from your source to your source. It's my first time running the line. Let's see how I did. This is awesome. Step 1 has been completed. 43 inches of pure on hardness. Like the hard-on your 6th grade teacher gave you. Yes, yes, yes. So, hey guys, welcome back to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan, you know who I am, and you know where you're at. So why do I say it? Because that's what I do. Hey, alrighty then. So in today's video, I'm going to install my TV. I got one of them, TVs, Yeah. I'll tell you about this TV when I get to it. But I got a TV, a 43-inch diagonal, 43 inches. I think it's that big. It's like 2 feet by 38 inches or something. I think it's going to be perfect. Top of the TV, right here. I think that's a good point. Right? So you're standing, you're good. You can tilt it down, and if you're sitting on the couch, I think we're good. One thing to note is that this wall is pretty much done here. I do have to drill some holes in here and still fasten this piece of trim in, but that's minimal dust, so I'm going to be alright with that getting on the TV. But this wall is pretty much done, so I can mount the TV. I probably shouldn't. I'm going to probably hit it with a piece of wood and crack it. So I got all this stuff from Best Buy. Oh, it's a box inside of a box. That's American, if I've ever seen it. So I spent quite a bit on a TV mount. It's upside down. So I spent quite a bit on a TV mount. I wanted full on twisting and turning. This thing comes out off the wall, 22 inches, 18 degrees of tilt forward and back maybe. I don't know, but I know you can turn it pretty far. So if I'm in the kitchen, I can have it and I can turn it like this, and it'll be facing this way. Boom. And then also I like TV mounts that you can move off the wall, because when it's just like a mount, you can't plug stuff into it. But I did spend like $140 maybe. Ooh, look at that. That is just nice. That is just nice. First thing in the box is a template. You mount this on the wall. It's actually got a built-in dust collector. So you like fold this cardboard out, and when you're drilling the hole, the dust is going to fall into this little tray. I'm telling you, somebody needs a raise for that one, because that is just clever. So I did watch a bunch of videos online on how to install this, so I should be able to do this pretty easily. But I'll find a way to f it up. How that what are you doing? Whatever the f it is I want, I'm running this place. Holy cow. Have you ever seen anything that amazing? Look at it. It's got numbers and letters. Those are letters, not numbers. Oh, this is sexy. You know it's quality when it's packaged this well. I mean, I am impressed. So I did watch a bunch of videos on how to install this thing, and I also watched videos on the TV. Like, I did a lot of research before doing any of this, the purchasing, made sure it was what I wanted. This is a smart TV, so it connects to the internet. You can watch Netflix on it. It's got Hulu, it's got YouTube. It's got like everything that my life wants. My life, not wife. But I think at this point I need to connect the bracket to the TV. So we're going to open that up. But my battery's going to die, so I'm going to deal with that nightmare for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, there was a lot of rules with this thing. Don't squeeze an LCD TV. Take out everything you can take out. Don't squeeze an LCD TV. Reach all the way down. There's a place for your fingers. Right there. I think that's perfect what I was thinking. Wow, that's nice! $11 a year. I don't understand that. Is that always true? Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Mother always told me, wear protection. Don't squeeze an LCD TV. Man, that's so close to my face. You can probably see that I'm old. One of the reasons I got this mount is because it's like literally like 2 inches off the wall, and then this TV is really like 2 inches. So 4 inches off this wall, it was kind of a concern that I was going to be too far out, because some of them, it's like 6-7 inches once you're all done with everything. Don't want to dabble in the instructions. It's not my forte, if you will. If that phone rings one more time, I'm going to lose it. Like, I'm going to have a mental breakdown. I've had enough. First thing I'm gonna do is mount these brackets. It comes with these spacers right here. They're about 5/16. They go right here, and this is gonna bring it. This TV curves up right here, so I'm assuming it's gonna bring it above it, which it does. So there's different spacers to bring these things up or down. So if I'm here, it's all right. It's tight to that, so that's good. So I'm gonna use the eyes. Your TV could be different. And then in the picture, it shows this bracket going like this. These brackets are generally made for things to be universal. You know what I mean? So they come with like way more screws than you could ever need, so that it fits every type of TV. Hence, universal. So on the instructions, it says like you can use from A to G. So that's like all those different size screws. I found the ones that work for me. They're this big. We're gonna put the washer in. Don't want it to bottom out. Didn't bottom out. That's amazing. You could always use these plastic spacers to kind of shim it out, so that if the screws are too long, or if they're too long, then you can put a shim in behind it and raise it up so you can get it down nice and tight. Universal. Ooh, mama fala. Okay. Alright. Next step, this is the bracket that does something. It's probably important. It's got these 4 tiny ass screws on it. Take those off. There'd be some shit if I do all this work, plug the TV in, it doesn't work. Oh, that's nice. There's an arrow on this bracket right here. It's pointing up. One would think that that's the way it goes. There's bolts on it. Those go up. These brackets are shaped like this. They slide in to here. Put those screws right back in where we took them out. Make sure that's kind of square. Tighten these down all the way. I was thinking when I was at the register is that this is probably the first TV that I've ever bought in my life, which I know doesn't make sense, but I've always had like hand-me-downs, or just hand-me-downs. You know, your mom buys a new TV. Do you want our old TV? Yep. But I was surprised how cheap these things are getting. I mean, this TV was $300. Then I bought that HDMI cable, which was extremely expensive. But I don't know why. I could have just got a cheap one, but I feel like you pay more. You pay for what you get, right? Alright, washers. Then the nuts. Don't want to have to bust these nuts again. Just gotta bust these nuts off. Everybody. This shit ain't going nowhere. Did I do shitty job? English first language. Me good. Me true American. Speak well, sometimes lots. That's done. I gotta take these nuts off. Gotta bust these nuts off. That tool, does it fit it? Look at that shit. Okay, we are moving on. Next thing is to mount the bracket on the wall. The instructions got a certain way to install this. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently because I got a feeling it's gonna be better for me, but I'm gonna hold this thing on here and then get a measurement. You would think I have a tape measure handy. I really don't want to walk out to the barn again. I've been out there 4 times. So I just half-ass just laid this on there. I'm going to measure from the top of the TV down to the top of this bracket, I think. You know what? Let's take this template. Let's place the template right over the top of this. Matching these up. Making sense. And then I'm going to measure from the cardboard to the top of the TV is 6 inches. A number to remember. I want it to be centered in here somewhere. 38.25 inches. Like centered here. So that's 45, so that's 22.5. Alright, and then I wanted the top here, so come down 6 inches. That's the center of this piece of cardboard. 22.75, so 11 3/8. How do you do that so quick? I don't know. It's a gift. Oh, you are stupid. Picking up what I'm throwing down? Hey? Let's double check everything we just did.
Are you busy? I just got my hair done.
Yeah, what do you think of my hair? Do you like it? I am kind of busy. So at this point, you're supposed to level the TV, level this thing. But I've got these lines, which I would say are straight. You could measure off your ceiling, which you would assume is straight. 6 inches. Good? I mean, we can always move it if we have to, right? So supposedly you're supposed to drill holes now. So these boards that I installed, some of them shrunk a little bit so you can see where the nails are. So I got a nail right here. So we're going to say right here, pre-drill holes, and then you bolt that in. Big motherfuckers. Mamma jammas. Wood bit, 7/30 seconds. Wires, think about wires. You didn't run any diagonally here. Right here though you might have. So I didn't drill in that deep because I kind of want the screw to grab onto that stud really well. But this thing didn't work. Even clever idea, very clever. Didn't work. Now they say it's important to have this thing level, but your TV's got some side to side, I believe. I would assume. If it doesn't have that into it, yeah, it does, because those got slotted slots. So if it's not perfectly level, it's not that big of a deal. The mounting bracket comes with all the tools you need to install it, except for like a screwdriver and a drill. You know, it's got this, you know, stamped out wrench. But come on, not fun. So I got a long neck socket, and then I also happen to have a socket that goes on the drill. This is me. Oh, you are a disaster. Walking, talking, disaster. Oh, I hate that tool. It's my least favorite. You remember there was 3 screws here. One of them has got this like washer built into the bolt. Just put that on like hand tight till it hits the lock. I think it's got a lock. It's a lock nut. Man, I should be more educated. And then we're gonna line that up with that and slide it on. Right? And discover the TV is cracked and be super upset. Oh God. Is it a little big? Whoa. So the problem right now I'm thinking is it should have gone 2 inches over this way. And I know you're saying like it's just 2 inches, but first day I sit on the couch and I look at the TV, I'm like, man, it should have gone 2 inches over. I would be like, well, I had my opportunity and I didn't do it, so I'm gonna do it. Is I can only get no studs, so it looks like we're only gonna get 1.5 inches over. If I was mounting this on sheetrock, then I wouldn't care about that 2 inches. But I've got wood here, so it's good strong surface to connect into. Plus, there's a bunch of little holes here. I can put just some regular like deck screws in there. It came with these plastic things. No idea what they are. That's it. They're just decorative. Just connected on with magnets. Decorativeness done. Bolted the shit out of it. I did that. Now that. Alright. We're on. There's all these bolts on this thing that are making it, oh gosh, really hard to move. I'm just loosening them all. Just a little bit. So that it's easier to move. Yeah, oh that's like buttery smooth now. Oh yeah, baby. If you're going to be transporting the TV, I would tighten those back down so the TV is not freaking flying all over the place. Because before, it was really hard to move. I'm just sighting this with that crack right there. Or the joint. Looks beautiful to me. I mean, it does go all the way. Oh, you're going to fall and break stuff. I kind of want the TV to tilt down. It's like lean back right now. Let's just switch this around. Yeah, did that scare you? It scared me. Oh, that's perfect. That is, oh, I need the couch. I need a couch right now. As far as wires, I got the HDMI, like I said, which I don't have anything to hook up to, but eventually it'll be a cable box. One thing I wish I did was run some Cat 5 cord to this location inside the walls. Like I ran a cable wire. What are those called? I can't think of it. It's something with a C. I always Google it when I'm editing the video, and then I might write it in. Oh shit, I made a stupid. I should have said this before. Make sure you don't put these brackets over where your plug goes in, because I've done that. There's these nice little tracks. If you loosen the screw, they slide out, and you can put wire in them. I wish I could show you better what I was doing, but I'm just doing it, okay? If you can't figure it out, you didn't pay attention ever in life. Oh, look at that. I love that feature, how it's bent like that. Oh, that's awesome. That way it stays tight to the wall. I do have one outlet here. I figured I did give myself a double gang here, so I could put 4 outlets, but I knew I didn't really need it, because all that's going to get plugged in here is the TV. But, who knows? Technology changes every day. I think the power button's right here. Holy shit. I like it. Really narrow frame I wanted. Clean lines. Kind of more of a gray than a black, but I'm fine. Leave a nasty film. I love a good nasty film. English. Don't screw this up. So I don't have my internet in the house right now, I don't think. I don't know. But I'm going to mess around with this, set this thing up, and then I'm going to tell you about all the wonderful things that I love about it. I'm going to save all these bolts. So one day I can be like Wrangler Star and be like, my old granddad's screw bin, I use it all the time. I'll tell you what, he didn't throw things away back in those days. Now it's just a throwaway society. One of my original plans for this entertainment center was to do like a wide, deep one and then have it low down to like here. But now I'm thinking to have it thicker, but have it higher. You know, maybe about this height. I'm going to probably do a slab top with like some live edge on it, if you know what that means. And then that'll all be steel with some type of wood inside there. Probably do cabinets in here and then a shoe rack right here. So that'll be where your shoes go. Many, many drunk nights staring at a wall. That's called insanity. I said I was staring at it, not banging my head into it. You are not connected into the internet. See, if I damn had the cat cord coming to here, I could plug it in. It would be a wired connection, which is so much better than Wi-Fi. My internet's not working. This is a useless piece of artwork now. This is just a piece of art now hanging on the wall. So it's going to take a while to get this to where I want it to be. But this thing is the cat's meow. I still got to freaking hook this thing up to the internet. Once I do that, I'll probably show you again maybe. Or I'll do it in this video, probably not. But this TV is awesome. It's got, like I said, Netflix, Hulu. I think there's Amazon on it. There's YouTube, which are things that I use a lot. So having that is great. I know there's a feature where you can use this almost like a mouse and do things with it. So I'm really excited about it. Was not an impulse buy. I did insane amount of research on TVs before I purchased it. It is a little bit bigger than I probably should have went. I did some, you know, you go online, you can figure out how big of a TV you should get at the depth that you're sitting. I probably should have went with maybe something that was like 35-ish. I know it doesn't come at 35, just bear with me, you know what I mean? A little smaller. But I think overall it's going to be perfect for me. I like it. I will give this a 1 drink job. 1 out of 5 drinks. You remember when, maybe when you remember when you were younger, it was like, we give this job a 2-hammer job. Boom, boom. And it would be like 2 hammers down at the bottom right here. Boom, boom. Out of 5. And then you'd be like, oh, I can do that. And then you couldn't do it. But yeah. I know this video might not have been the most exciting thing and wonderful. And most of you probably didn't watch to this point anyways. But I kind of fell off the whole bandwagon of making YouTube videos a couple months ago. So I kind of want to get back into it. Another thing, quick update on the next project that I'm going to be doing. I released my YouTube money and I released my Patreon money, so all that money is going to my bank account. To be completely honest with you, I had my YouTube on hold for 1 year, since March last year. So 11 months, and I made $2,300 on YouTube, and I've been holding my Patreon money for quite a while. I can't remember how many months, but I make about $300 a month on Patreon, which is double what I make on YouTube. $300 a month on Patreon. I had about $1,200 in there, so both those combined equals $3,500, which is the cost of the thing I'm getting, which you all know what it is. But I'm gonna, you know, keep leading you on, because what if it's different? You all be like, oh, I wasn't thinking that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope there was some laughs in it. Probably not. I don't know. I'm just a big goof. You're a big goof. Peanut, you're not bad. Oh, I'm a bad bitch. Peanut, come here. LG content, search, web browse, get the f*** out. I think TVs should come with keyboards. Like, they should be computers now. It should come with keyboards and a mouse. But look at all the goodness down at the bottom. That's where the goodness happens. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry Peanut was in the video. Peanut was outside running around, killing things. Never can't catch anything.